Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Jeremy or Germs PC. I am joined with Ryland here today, and today we have week 3 of the NACE Starleague here at the Ohio State Esports program. How are you doing, Ryland?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I can't complain myself. We have been watching a lot of Carbowl recently with the CRL qualifiers, as well as week 2 that we saw last week where they took down, I believe that was Missouri Baptist.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so.
Yep. So it looks like we're actually going to be able to go to game, and we are seeing a best of 5 right now against Michigan Tech, who is in our division. We have Hater currently trying to hold the ball off here against the Ohio State, and it looks like this is the first time Ohio State hasn't gotten the orange side.
Yeah. Every time I've been casting, at least, it actually threw me off once. Last time, I started calling Ohio State when they were on the wrong side, and I was like, "Oh, we took the lead," but it really wasn't. We actually lost the lead. But we won't make that same mistake here today. We see Ohio State's in the blue, Michigan Tech in the orange, and we're starting off really strong here from both sides. Good attacking and defending, and a demo there from Temp as well.
Absolutely. Well, we see here Stu, San. Oh, there's actually two Stus on the side, so gonna have to be a little interesting on that, as well as Temp. And we just see overall some great defense right now coming out from the Buckeyes with a lot of mid-game play right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important to note that Ohio State's premier gray team actually played Michigan Tech just yesterday in the CRL qualifier too. But this is the premier scarlet team, so we've got a different lineup here taking on Michigan Tech. So we should it should be interesting to see how this one actually plays out.
Yeah, I should mention that. Unfortunately, the gray team lost Michigan Tech, I believe, in a 2-0 manner. So Michigan Tech, obviously a very formidable opponent. But Stu with a nice shot, almost hitting it from the midfield. Tater, though, able to defend, and Stu taking it down to the side of the Ohio State. They're going to have to try to defend.
Yeah, Stu here just trying to clear it out. And looks like Michigan Tech is putting on a lot of pressure right now. Son's able to get a nice block, and the Michigan Tech Stu is able to get a shot there. It's looking like a lot of back and forth right now. Not too many clear opportunities have presented itself, but that could change here going into the last 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, Stu with that commitment, unable to hit the ball. Temp's going to be able to float it up, maybe hit a shot for Stu, but Dasan is unable to be there. Actually, a really nice, no long clear allowed, but now the defense has to come back for the Ohio State as Tater is dribbling the ball to set up his teammate with a close aerial. Nice clear, though, from Dasan is going to send Michigan Tech back into the midfield.
Yeah, and one thing I'm really excited to see is, well, yesterday when I was casting, Dasan was doing some crazy mechanical stuff, and so I'm really excited to see if he can pull that off against Michigan Tech. But either way, nothing too crazy has happened right now, just some standard back and forth. But Tem here's going to get a shot here, maybe try and get a pass, but I think it was cleared away there by Michigan Tech.
I think we saw a double tap. It hit the crossbar, unable to do anything. Temp and Stu have been great on these fast rotations, though, and good boost management coming out as we see a nice dribble off the top. Stu's going to have to try to clear this, maybe set up Temp, but no. 9 from the side of Michigan Tech, able to pass it away and put more pressure on Ohio State, but no. Stu, with his own clear, is going to put it onto the side of the Ohio State.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward in front of goal right now. Stu is just trying to get a nice little bouncer off the wall, but it's like Tater here's going to clear it. But Son with a nice read. It's really awkward in front of goal. 9 there was able to clear it. Oh, really good shot there. Good block from Stu. And a hit from Stu. A lot of Stus here going at the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a Stu v Stu game, it seems, and we see 9 trying to clear it for his team, unable to do so as the ball just floats away on the midfield. Stu winning that 50-50, actually. Going to put it onto the side of Ohio State. Temp, though, is there to commit to it. It's going to be close. Dasan may actually be able to get a nice shot on the goal. We almost saw a double commit coming out of Michigan Tech, which could have been huge, but Stu with a nice clear to set up his teammate into an empty goal. And oh no! Temp with a demo onto Stu. He was setting up his teammate there, but with that demo, it's going to send it back to the side of Michigan.
Yeah, from the angle that we just had, we couldn't really see what was actually going to happen. It looked like the demo just maybe was going to push the ball in, but it's still 0-0 here coming into the last minute. It's so many close opportunities, but again, it's really back and forth here, attacking and defending wise. A little bit of a double commit there. Now Ohio State's going to try and push up here, and good little stop there from 9 there.
Yeah, 9 with a really nice. I mean, there were two players out of commission, out of position. Sorry for Michigan Tech. But oh, Stu with a nice shot on the crossbar, able to get it and take the lead right now with only 30 seconds left. That might be exactly what Michigan Tech needed to take this first game.
Yeah, Stu on Ohio State just tried to clear it out a goal, and Stu on Michigan Tech able to just kind of poach it and be able to slot it into the top corner. And it's just like that tiny little moment there. We haven't seen much of that all game, and now coming in the last 30 seconds, gonna have to be do or die there for Ohio State to try and maybe clutch it and bring this into overtime.
Yeah, and let me just say the defense right now coming out of Michigan Tech has just been absolutely legendary. Ohio State has had many of shots that have just been so close, but no cigar. Temp with a nice save on Stu's shot, and 9 has just been coming in absolutely clutch for Michigan Tech with these long clears. But Stu with a shot from the midfield, unable to get it. With 1 second left, it looks like the ball is going to get hit down, and Michigan Tech able to take the first game against Ohio State.
Yeah, that was a really close one. Not really much to separate both sides, which makes it really interesting, which also makes it really nerve-wracking for both sides. I'm sure even after Michigan Tech taking that win, they're gonna not feel as comfortable going into the next match. But of course, an advantage already in a best of 5. How do you feel?
You know, this was really kind of an exploratory game, in my opinion, right now. I
Yeah.
felt like both teams were really feeling each other out, and Stu, obviously, with a very nice shot. I felt like they were just very tactical in that regard, where they didn't overcommit to anything. We saw 9 consistently just in the backfield for Michigan Tech, able to get those clears away from the side of them. So I think both teams right now are looking very promising right now as we move into the second game.
Yeah, and I think one thing to kind of take note of for Ohio State is how are they going to be able to respond on the attack? And I think that Michigan Tech has done a really good job just getting solid clearances away. I think Ohio State is going to have to take a lot more chances and shots on goal. I saw a couple passing opportunities where they maybe could have been shots on goal. Obviously, they're trying to get the teamwork involved and get some team play to throw off the rotation of Michigan Tech. But nonetheless, I think if they focus a lot more on goal, and maybe some solo goals, maybe some spectacular things, I think they might be able to put in a goal or two that might contribute to a win.
Right, you were talking about solo goals, and I think one player that you were talking about a little bit before was Dasan. Dasan has some nice double taps, able to get that flip reset, potentially hit off the top bar, and then put a nice little shooter in there. They got to be careful about him because he likes to just sometimes go off on his own, high risk, high reward player sometimes, and just take those shots that no one else will.
Yeah, and especially in just this match alone, with it's only being a best of 5 of the series, I think that is very crucial in how these games are going to be determined. Is who's going to come up in the big moments and do the big things that really shock and surprise us all.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to be trying to get to the game soon. But yeah, I think that was just a fantastic game, and the fact that we didn't even have a goal in those first 30 seconds is just, or for the sorry, for the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, is just a testament to show exactly how back and forth that game was.
Yeah, and also, being previously, a caster, like we always see that goals come really early on and usually kind of set the stage for the rest of the match and honestly the rest of the series, depending on, how it goes. But in this case in particular, just standard 1 time 5 matches, they're really going to have to evaluate how they're going to play this out for the rest of the series.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, it's a best of 5. So this isn't a best of 7. So every game really counts here. We have, potentially only 2 more games that they can prove themselves. So not a lot of wiggle room to start this off.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And well, the last time that Ohio State faced Michigan Tech, it was the gray team, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to cast over that or see that. But I do know that the Scarlet team is very good and very capable of producing some very magic moments. So we're gonna hop in right into the next game, and we're already about a minute in, but no worries at all. It's still 0-0 here, and Stu's gonna get a chance on goal for Michigan Tech, and Stu from Ohio State is going to block it.
Yeah, it looks like we see a lot of aggression coming out from Michigan Tech here to start here early. Obviously they're down a game, so Ohio State is the person to prove right now. Temp getting a nice shot, actually a really nice pass, but hitting the crossbar. Unable to do it. Stu with another attempt at Dasan. We know what he's capable of, but these double commits might end up with some sloppy rotations, and with an empty goal right now, Stu has to use up all his boost to try to defend the goal.
Yeah, that was a really good shot there from Temp off the pass. I think it was from Stu, maybe? But nonetheless, really good shot, and it's just... It should have maybe been a goal, unfortunately, but It's just those little moments like that that are really going to make it count for Ohio State. Obviously, it's 0-0, but they're really looking forward to getting an early goal and maybe solidifying a win this series to make it 1-1. Put the pressure off of them just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And 3 minutes and 11 seconds left as we saw a double commit coming out. 9, though, unable to get far enough to the goal. And with a nice clear from Temp, Stu's going to be left out of commission here, but a far clear from the side of Michigan Tech is going to force Ohio State to come back into this more defensive position and take the defense.
Yeah, Stu here is just going to clear it out to the outside. A little bit maybe miscommunication there, but Stu's going to get a nice block there. And Ohio State's just trying to find any attack right now. Michigan State doing a really good job putting the pressure on, not allowing anything. Really close games here, still 0-0. About 2.5 minutes to go.
Ooh, 9 with a nice demo onto the defender. That could have been an empty goal had they had enough time to maybe shoot. And Tater winning that 50-50 actually. Stu's going to have to try to get this for the far clear, but 9 has just been absolutely incredible. Getting it, no, Stu scores. They were completely out of position. I don't think they realized that Stu won that 50-50 and just tapped it in from the goal.
Yeah, that was a really good flick up, really good control from Stu there because he was able to just tap that in. Over the last defender there in the last second. And he could have flicked it, honestly, as a shot towards goal, but he would have lost control, and that probably would have been safe. But a really good choice there from Stu. Now it makes it 1-0. About 2 minutes left to go here. And judging just based on the way the past 2 games have played, this might be the only goal that we see.
Yeah, Tater with the demo, though, that's going to force out some of the rotations coming out from Ohio State. Ohio State now, obviously, with 2 minutes left and a goal up on Michigan Tech, can take a more passive approach, maybe play more of a tighter defense. But Dasan losing that 50-50. Temp's going to have to try to defend here and go big, and is able to clear it back into the midfield. 9, though, has just been absolutely dominant in this midfield right now, but Stu able to get around him. Stu, on the other side, is able to put it back on with a nice floater into midfield.
Yeah, and Ohio State's looking right now to just try and keep the ball in their half. But this is really good passing play, and Tater is able to score to tie it up. This was a really good counter from Michigan Tech to be able to kind of withhold that pressure and get a nice pass up to Tater. What an excellent control of the car to shoot that into the net. A minute 30 left to go. It's tied now. It's anyone's game, and it's really close.
Yeah, it's been really tight, and we actually saw in the beginning of that last kind of possession, Ohio State almost had an empty goal. Dasan was going for that commitment, and I think it's just been a little bit of a sloppy rotation because of all of that commitment early into that kickoff. But we got a new kickoff here in the tied game here as Ohio State is tied right now. Michigan Tech, a minute left in this game too. And Dasan trying to set up Stu. It's going to be an empty goal, though, as the ball moves over to the side of the Buckeyes. 9 actually getting a demo onto one of the players, but Temp with a very large clear. That's going to be huge. Tater winning that 50-50 in the air. Nice aerials is going to send Stu far away to try to defend this, but Dasan and Temp are there.
Yeah, and I think one thing to know here is that there is no ball that's not contested. Everyone is going for it when they can, and there's no clean opportunity to get a nice pass or an easy way out for either side. That's a really good pinch there on the ground there from Dasan, but fortunately it's just intercepted by Michigan Tech. Ohio State's doing a lot right now to put on the pressure, and Michigan Tech's just doing a fantastic job playing some excellent defense here, but let's see what Stu can do.
Stu versus Stu. Dasan, though, tapping it in. This is an empty goal. There was a double commit, I think, in the backfield there. Temp, though, unable to get the ball, bobble it away. Dasan winning another 50-50. Might be able to set up Stu, but with 8 seconds left and going towards the Ohio State side, I think Ohio State's going to want to try to get this ball into overtime.
Yeah, looks like Stu here's just trying to pinch it against the wall towards goal. And now we're heading into overtime. It is anyone's game. Golden goal here. Let's see how it pans out.
Extremely low scoring games right now. We see only 3 points through these past 2 games being scored for both sides. And with these close shots, oh, Stu could have just ended the game right there against Stu. Stu was able to bobble the ball back into the right side. And now Temp with a nice mid-clear. It's going to be a close shot. Dasan, though, able to defend it. Tater with a close shot to bring Michigan up.
Yeah, and there's a demo there from Temp that might be crucial for them, and they're able to score here and bring it 2-1. Thanks to Stu. I'm not sure who demoed there, but that absolutely was crucial for that goal. You can see that there was a demo right in front of goal, and that left it completely exposed for Ohio State to take the win here and tie the series 1-1 in the best of 5 there. How do you feel about Ohio State's performance in that match, Jeremy?
Oh, I feel significantly better. I think overall their defense was just significantly more tight, as well as the fact that they played a lot to each other. We saw that demo at the very end with that overtime goal. I believe that was Temp actually demoing the one defender that was stationed there, and Stu just able to tap it in with a nice little goal to end out the series. And now, obviously, both teams are at 1-1, so we get to see even more Carball this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Michigan Tech did a really good job, honestly, defending from Ohio State. I mean, obviously, we saw that all game. There's not that many goals to go around. But Ohio State, nonetheless, has put on a lot of attacking opportunities off the wall, on the wall. And it just comes to show it went into overtime, and I don't think it lasted more than a minute. Ohio State was able to take it there with the demo. That's kind of it's probably going to happen a lot. Just those like maybe like just a demo here or there, like a bad rotation. The tiniest mistake is going to lead to a goal right now, and that's what's probably going to determine the series.
Yeah, these have been really tight games, I feel like. No team has really had anything that's completely glaring that has resulted in the other teams just absolutely wiping the floor. We saw, overall 4 goals being scored right now in 2 games, which is extremely low scoring goals. And now we're going to have to get into this next match. And, I don't really know what I would change right now. It's been really tight.
Yeah, I was trying to get a flip reset there from Stu. That would have been just sensational. Every time I see that, I am just mesmerized because my fingers would break trying to do that. But coming in here, 0-0, Ohio State, Michigan Tech. Michigan Tech here is on the attack here. Looks kind of like an empty goal. Really good double touch off the wall there from Stu. Left Ohio State a little bit in shambles, but really good play nonetheless from Michigan Tech.
Yeah, Stu with that really nice double tap off the top, able to just sink it right in. Nice projectile. And Michigan Tech taking a quick goal. This is the first time we've seen a really just decisive goal. And as Ohio State has to try to get this, they're taking up the midfield, able to win the 50-50, but 3 defenders there. Nine's going to be able to clear it as far as he can. But no, Temp actually wants to take the fight to them. 3 players here for Ohio State, and it's Stu floating that ball away, but it's going to have to be Temp to defend.
Yeah, Ohio State's kind of putting some numbers up here. Oh, a little bit of a bump in the air there. It's leaving 2v2 on the ground. Let's see how Son reacts to this. And Temp's trying to just hit it down on the ground there. A lot of action going on from both sides.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but Dasan actually stole the boost from the Michigan player, which left him a little bit harder, harder for him to try to defend that. And now we see an open goal. Tater's going to have to try to go huge. He's able to. Dasan with a close shot and able to defend himself now. This has just been an absolutely back and forth game right now.
Oh, really good block there from Temp. Stu just trying to guide it into that near post, but let's see, Dasan here's got plenty of time and space. Let's see what he does here. Passes it across to Stu, and what a nice block from Michigan Tech there to deny that goal opportunity.
Yeah, not only that, but now Ohio State's on the back foot here as they have to try to go back into their own goal. Temp losing that 50-50 to Stu and setting up his teammate. Stu, though, able to get it. And Dasan as well, losing that 50-50 to 9. Nine's going to try to tap it in, save for his teammate, but no one is there to get it.
Yeah, that was an open goal right there for Michigan Tech. Unfortunately, no one was there to kind of clean that up and put it into the net, but the mentality from both sides is going to be so important here coming into the last 3 minutes because it's really anyone's game right now. And obviously, we're into our 3rd match, and focus might be starting to kind of dissipate after these many games of Rocket League, but Stu is able to tie it up. Slot it home for a nice, easy goal. A little bit of maybe a mishit there from Michigan Tech, but Stu's able to control his car and get a nice, solid hit into the net.
Yeah, I really think that came down to the fact that 9 has been so solid with these far clears for Michigan Tech, and 9 just was caught completely out of position with that aerial and left Michigan Tech down a player to try to defend, and Stu found that open goal and a nice little tap to get it in.
Yeah, Temp there just getting a nice block, and Dasan's probably going to try and lay it off for Stu here. Tries to control the car down to get a nice, easy goal in there, but Michigan Tech's on the counter here. Oh, Tater with a nice fake, but Dasan with an amazing block right there. They're running out of boost, but yeah, it's just getting really, really close right now. Both sides are trying everything they can to just kind of nudge their way in towards goal, but Stu's able to get a demo there. Oh, another demo. Just demo after demo right now.
Yeah, 2 minutes left, and still a very low-scoring game right now. for both sides as Temp able to win that 50-50, dribbling it back over to Michigan side. Actually able to get one of the defenders. That may leave them completely off guard. And Dasan has been known to shoot, but unable to do so. Still hitting the top bar. Dasan trying to tap it in, but two defenders now defend. Stu has to try to get back to his side and defend for Ohio State.
That was a really good demo there from Ohio State. It left Michigan Tech in a little bit of a shamble, but they were able to honestly defend that really well there. Might have been just awkward enough for Ohio State to not really do anything there, but I feel like that's just the way that these games are going to pan out. There's going to be a demo, and it's gonna really cause some distraught here on both sides. But 1-1 coming in the last minute and a half or so. Really good shot from Tater there, but unfortunate not able to slip it in.
Yeah, I mean, Stu, on our team, I should say, almost had an opportunity to set himself up, and oh no, Stu able to take it very quickly. And a minute 15 left now for Michigan Tech is up 2-1.
Yeah, that was a really good hit off the wall, and I think, honestly, if I were Ohio State, I'd be a little bit frustrated with the way this game's played out. They've definitely had some really good attacking opportunities, and they just haven't been able to capitalize. But it's 1-2, still a minute left, but Stu's got an open goal here, and unfortunately hits off the bottom post, is able to sneak its way in. That was a really good, well-placed shot there, but, you know, kickoff goals happen.
Yeah, Stu has just been absolutely clinical right now, finding holes in the Ohio State defense. I think all 3 goals right now have been through Stu, and Stu has just been on an absolute tear for Michigan Tech on this game.
Yeah, and Stu's already coming up for another attack here early on, trying to get a flip reset, and he does so, but Temp's able to kind of shut it down, prevent any goal from happening here. Last minute coming up. It's going to be really crucial for Ohio State to get a goal right here within the next 15 to 30 seconds to maybe solidify a chance of putting this overtime. But like I said, it's been really frustrating for Ohio State, probably more than likely because, oh, whoa. Okay, well, I stand corrected. Stu's able to slot one in, and it was a really good shot, really fast too. They've got 45 seconds left to go. They've got plenty of time.
Yeah, this is still anyone's game right now. Obviously, Michigan Tech is up by 1, and obviously they're going to try to go for some far clears to make that ball spend as much time in the air and as little time in their goal.
Dasan's here, just trying to hit it off maybe the backboard here to get a pass off, but Ohio State's putting on a lot of pressure right now. Michigan Tech on the back foot, but looks like they're able to get an attack here.
Stu without any boost. He was unable to do any of the aerials that he was able to do before at 9, keeping it on the side of Ohio State. No boost. Ooh, he's going to have a little bit to be able to tap it in, but Temp not winning that 50-50 against Stu. Stu actually going up against Stu in an empty net himself, able to get it, and this is probably going to seal the deal for Michigan Tech in Game 2.
Yeah, I think Stu's teammates there, well, the rest of Ohio State thinking that he might have been able to go up on the wall and maybe hit that forward, so they were committed forward, but obviously they had to do what they had to do just to make a comeback. Either way, they had to push up, so unfortunate there, but 15 seconds left to go. This is the most goals we've ever seen. Obviously, I think it's just come down due to, you know, with a goal scoring, you know, it's like a waterfall. It just keeps going and going after that, and looks like Michigan Tech's going to close this one out. 4-2 here, coming into the last second. I honestly think that might have been really frustrating for Ohio State's team as a whole. I think they had a lot of good opportunities, but they just weren't able to capitalize.
No, I completely agree, and I feel like you know, the defense just kind of got a little shaky there as they had to go for that offensive commitment because they were down by 1 and so late in the game. And Stu, I should say our Stu, came with some great shooting. Honestly, both Stus really came with great shooting in that game. And, you know, it just came down to overall who played a tighter defense, and I think that was Michigan.
Yeah, honestly, really good defense from Michigan. And honestly, I think Ohio State had a lot of really good, promising attacks. And I think if they're able to do that this game and capitalize a little bit more, it should make for a lot more interesting match. And I think, honestly, Ohio State can take a win here next in the series. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Obviously, it's a lot different now. Michigan Tech have 2 wins, and another win will be able to secure a victory in the series for them. So the mentality of Ohio State's going to have to be really, really strong coming into this next match.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is, you know, they really only have one more game, Ohio State, before, you know, they're obviously going to take this loss. So Ohio State needs to batten down the hatches on defense. They need to get a little bit more solid there and, you know, keep doing what they're doing. I think the fundamentals are there. I really think, they just kind of ran away with that as we go into the game 4 here in this series. Temp is trying to go for that 50-50, but is unable to do so as it goes into the Ohio State side. But Desan with a nice shot, but Tater there to defend.
Yeah, and one thing to note here is maybe something you don't really think about, but Ohio State actually have to win the remainder of their games in order to take the win for the series, and they're probably not thinking about that. They're probably just thinking about this one game in particular, but it's something to keep in mind that we're going to have to see Ohio State win the rest of the games available in the series in order to take the win.
Yeah, well, Temp's winning that 50-50, but he's going to be completely caught out of position as Stu and Temp are there to defend. Actually, Stu with a very nice clear on midfield. Desan clearing it the other way. And is this a game of volleyball over here?
Yeah, the ball's just been up in the air for so long. I'm not sure how so many cars had boosts for that, but ball's on the ground now. But Desan's just going to break the commentator's curse there and able to just put that back in the air. But we're coming in with 4 minutes left to go. Still 0-0. A little bit of awkward there at Ohio State side, but looks like Desan's able to clear it.
Ooh, Stu was trying to set himself up with a double tap there. Nine actually getting a boost back and trying to go on the offensive. Tater with a nice shot from the top, but Desan with a save. Stu's going to have to try to set up his teammate again in that midfield, but it's going to get cleared with that 50-50. And Tater trying to set himself up again, but is unable to do so. And this has just been absolutely back and forth right now.
Yeah, and more so it's been on our side as well. There's been a lot more attacking play from Michigan Tech and a lot more defending from Ohio State, but hoping we'll see a little bit of a turnaround for that. But Tater's able to just capitalize on that awkward opportunity from Ohio State, unfortunately. But really good play there from Michigan Tech to just put the pressure on, but unfortunately really awkward for Ohio State.
Yeah, I think, it was just a little bit of back and forth, and they got a little pressured and felt like they needed to take the offense, but were unable to get really any footing with that far clear. And now Nine with an empty goal from the kickoff, able to get it. Second decisive from Michigan Tech.
Yeah, that's going to be really discouraging from Ohio State, unfortunately. I think maybe just a miscommunication there. It looked like someone on the side didn't go for kickoff. I don't know if that was intentional or I don't know, but it's 2-0 up for Michigan Tech here, coming in with about 3 minutes left to go. It's going to have to take a lot from Ohio State to make a comeback, especially with the way Michigan Tech has been playing.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan Tech now up 2-0 can just kind of take a more passive approach, play a little more defensively close and tighter because they don't have to do anything really flashy to be able to win this game.
Yeah, it looks like Desan's just still kind of chilling there, and I think maybe he might have been disconnected or something's going on right now, but it is an open goal. Tater's able to score. Desan playing right now?
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Desan is just I don't know if he's having some internet problems, but yeah, it looks like he's we'll have to get an update on what's going on there. It's going to be really unfortunate if we just have a player that has been unable to play, and looks like he's
kind of rolling.
He's kind of rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that, but Stu goes for a nice shot. Temp riding the ball, trying to get anything that he can right now as Nine clears it far away. Well, Stu is there to defend, not Desan. And actually, Temp's tapping it in. He might be able to get a goal here if they aren't careful. It's looking actually a little sloppy from the side of Michigan.
Yeah, honestly, they're attacking and defending with just 2 people right now, and they're not doing a half-bad job right now. Really good shot there from Stu, but blocked by Nine there. And looks like Michigan Tech's just trying to counter, but with just 2 people right now, it's looking really interesting. Oh, Desan's actually going for that, so he might be back, but not too sure here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself, really. It doesn't look like he's there fully as Tater gets a nice demo onto one of the alive players. 1:54 left, and no life right now from Ohio State as Nine and Stu both dribbling up the ball. Close shot, but unable to do it. Desan tapping it away. Maybe he's finally back now as we go into this part of the game.
Yeah, we only have about 1:30 left, which is really unfortunate because Ohio State could have done with a 3rd player attacking earlier. They were doing a really good job with just 2 people, but not really sure. We'll have to get an update on that to see what actually happened and what that entails.
Yeah, 1:24, and we're getting a word in our ear that it looks like it was some network issues. So that's definitely going to be an unfortunate situation for Ohio State in this do-or-die game.
Yeah, looks like that was a demo there from Tater, leaving an open goal. Michigan Tech taking a 4-0 lead here with a minute left. It's looking like Michigan Tech's going to close out this series, but we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, obviously network can be a little bit spotty sometimes, so it's unfortunate that they have to play in a 2v3 in this final game potentially. I mean, with a minute left, it's definitely looking like Michigan Tech is going to be able to take this.
Yeah, it's going to be really unfortunate for Ohio State. They're not feeling too good right now coming in this last minute remaining. I'm sure they're just kind of going with the flow, but we'll see how they respond to this. You never know.
Absolutely, and obviously they are currently 2-0 right now in NACE Starleague, so Michigan Tech is a formidable ally going very far in that CRL qualifiers and showing that they have what it takes. So obviously this is going to be one of the more difficult teams that they have to play this season.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a little bit of slip-ups here from Ohio State coming with the network activity problems, but also just in general, I feel like Ohio State have actually had a lot of decent chances against Michigan Tech in the previous matches, and honestly, this match, when they've been attacking with two people, they've had some decent opportunities, so really unfortunate. Stu's just able to get a fadeaway shot into the net. That was an open goal. 5-0 coming with the last 15 seconds. It looks like definitely for sure Michigan Tech have this.
Ooh, nice. That was just some great patience coming out from Michigan Tech. 15 seconds left. Obviously, I believe in miracles, but unfortunately, I don't think Ohio State has any left as we go to the last few seconds here. It looks like Michigan Tech is going to take Ohio State in week 3 here, 3-1 in this best of 5.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. I think Ohio State definitely has had a lot of chances going into the previous matches, but with this match in particular, really, really just unfortunate because this was the deciding match for Ohio State. But nonetheless, I think Ohio State really showed some character in these past, what is it now, 4 matches that
Yep.
they've had played.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have plenty more weeks here at the NACE Star League, so this is not, kind of do or die for them. They have plenty more weeks to kind of brush this one off and say, we had some problems, obviously some network issues as well. Where can we kind of come from this and improve? So I think I saw some great fundamentals coming out from Ohio State, and obviously with their defense, it was looking extremely solid. I think that was probably one of the most consistent defenses I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and I think it's really encouraging, honestly, after watching that to see how good Ohio State was actually attacking, making opportunities. It was just finishing those opportunities that was a little bit unfortunate. And obviously that last match, I cannot talk at all. The last match, unfortunately, Dasan had a little bit of an issue there that kind of threw off the whole team's balance. But they did have some good teamwork and some good momentum going forward for them. Just a little bit of unfortunate there going into game 4.
Yeah, and I want to talk for a second about game 2 there. I mean, that's really where we saw Ohio State coming alive there. Stu, really with just some fantastic shots, setting up his teammate Temp as well with some great teamwork. And I think when they get all three kind of meshing together, they have something great there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, that will conclude this week's NACE Star League match, Ohio State and Michigan Tech. Thank you for anyone that stopped by to watch. I'm Rylan, and this is my lovely co-commentator, Jeremy, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.